Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for you to see what is in store for today, but before we do that, I'd like to ask you to please like this video, comment on this video, and subscribe to my channel before you leave, and let's get started. It's literally been like 2 months or longer since I've recorded, so it's crazy to actually sit down and be in here and actually playing with makeup. I'm so excited. So as you may not know from my announcement video, which you should watch, I'll link down below and put a card up, I'm pregnant, so that's exciting. As of recording this, I don't know when this video is going to go up, but I'm 13 weeks as of August 7th is when I'm recording this. So if this comes out way later, sorry. I've been really busy trying to figure everything out, get everything ready. I kind of explain all that in the announcement video, but this video, as you saw from the title, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to title this, but this is going to be about what I've basically not been able to do since I've been gone. Is June Boxyluxe, July Boxycharm, August Boxycharm, and Boxy Pop Up. So yeah, I got some products mainly from the August Boxycharm, but a couple of them are from the other 2 boxes, and I want to show you what I got from the Boxy Pop Up shop. So what that is along with, you get your normal subscription every month of Boxycharm or Boxyluxe, which is the bigger one. They decided to come out with a little shop where everything was 50 to 80% off, and it's just random products they've either had in past boxes or just random stuff from companies that they actually use. And that's the card one of the cards that you saw was the Boxy Pop Up card. Basically, you could purchase stuff from them that's like I said, from 50 to 80% off the actual original price. So I did get a couple of items. What I'll do is I'll show those to you, then I'll tell you what I got in my past boxes that I'm not actually I'll feature a couple of the items in the video, but I'll mainly be focusing on reviewing August's box, but tell you what I got in my June Boxyluxe and my July Boxycharm. So I got a Spongel. That's the back. Spongel. It's we got this before, but this one's a glittery one. So I was really excited to try it. It does leave your skin really glittery. It's called the Cleanse Buff Glow Shimmer Buff. So it's got soap in it and it's got glitter in it. Thought that'd be interesting to try that one because I tried the regular one before and I really loved it. This one I don't use every single day because like I said, it's got glitter on it, and that's not something I want every single day, but for the summer it's kind of cool on random days where you just want to go out and be out in the sun. It's kind of cool to have a little bit of glow. So next is the Dr. Brandt DNA Do Not Age Triple Peptide Eye Cream. I've been using this for, I would say 2 or 3 weeks now. Seems to work pretty well. I mean, it's a really expensive eye cream, so I was so excited to get it really a lot cheaper than it was. So far so good. Skincare is kind of personal. What works for you may not work for me. What works for me may not work for you. I try to say that in every video, and it's in the description box just so you guys know. And lastly, I got this Luxie Detailed Face Rose Gold collection. It's 5 brushes. Very cute. They're all face brushes, or you could use them for whatever you want, but Luxie brushes are always good, so getting them on a discount is even better. It's very hot in this room, and I'm pregnant, so I get hot even more easily than before. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull my hair back, and I'll be right back. I was going to pull my hair back eventually for this video anyway, because I was going to be using face products and things like that. But I guess we're going to do it a little bit early. So now let's get into June Boxyluxe. The theme was Boxycharm Getaway. I'll put a link, or I'll put a timestamp in the description box of once I actually start applying the products if you don't want to hear about the Boxy Pop Up information and the June and July Boxycharms and the products that I got and kind of how I'm feeling about them. So I'll put a timestamp in the description box so you guys can skip to me actually applying the products if you would like. If you don't want to listen to me blabber on, I can actually use this as a fan. Anyway, so I got the Tarte Tarteist Pro Glow Kit Volume 3, which has 2 bronzers, 2 blushes, 2 highlighters. Haven't got to try it, and I'm going to try it in this video. The Touch and Show Touch and Soul No Problem Prime Essence. I have not tried that out yet. I don't know if I really want to, because the No Problem primer that I had already gotten from them, I didn't really like it. It made my face really greasy, so I had assumed this one would kind of do the same. You can't really assume that because some brands have products that don't work for you, but didn't really want to waste it, so I think I'm going to give it to a friend or family member. The Dominique Cosmetics Lemonade Lip Gloss, I actually did end up liking. It's $17, so that's kind of expensive for a lip gloss, so get at your own risk. I actually have this right here, the PYT Mini Turbo On-the-Go hair dryer. This is actually a really nice hair dryer. I know it's like really tiny, but it's supposed to be mini. It's kind of supposed to be like travel friendly. It comes with like 2 attachments that you can like dry your hair with. It actually works really well. Like, it has 2 different settings, like a lower setting and a higher setting. It doesn't like go cold though. Like, it doesn't have like a, you know, a normal big one would have like a button where it cools down. It doesn't have that, but it does dry your hair like really quickly. I know I have really thin hair, but I think it dried it pretty quickly, and I mean, it's $85, so that's kind of expensive. So unless it was on like a deal or you really needed a mini hair dryer, I wouldn't suggest getting it, but if you do get it, I don't think you'd be upset. The Dr. Brandt Clean Biotic Yogurt Cleanser, that kind of broke me out a little bit. I used it for like 3 or 4 weeks, and the first couple weeks were fine. The next couple weeks it kind of broke me out, so I stopped using it. I was going to kind of give it another chance because I do like Dr. Brandt products normally, like that eye cream I showed you I really like, and they have a couple other face products that I've used from them that I've liked, so I don't know why this one would be one that didn't work for me, but I just felt like it didn't like bubble up or anything, so I didn't know if it was actually cleaning my face, so maybe that's why I was still getting breakouts, not really sure. But I was also pregnant at that time, so that could be just my hormones changing and stuff not working for me. So skincare and makeup's going to be like a hard thing for me to try right now because, you know, your body's changing, hormones are changing, things like that. So stuff that doesn't work for me now may work for me once I'm done being pregnant, so who knows. But that's just was my initial reaction of it. The Pharmacy Honey Moon Glow Night Serum burnt my face. I have really sensitive skin, so sometimes stuff doesn't work for me because of that, but I really like a face wash that I got from Pharmacy. It's the, I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's like a honey type of face wash, and I love it. That's what I'm using right now. It's like one of my new favorite cleansers. So the fact that this Honeymoon Glow Night Serum didn't work for me was kind of weird. Like, I literally swiped it barely on my cheek, like I had rubbed it in between my fingers and was going to put it on my face, and I only did like a little swipe and it just started burning completely. Like, my face was on fire, and I wiped it off and never used it again. So that's a no technically from me. Some other people, I looked online to see if other people were having this issue. Some people were, some people weren't, so maybe it was just me, I don't know. Then also another product was the Living Proof Full Dry Volume Blast. I actually kind of like this product. I don't tend to like do like crazy volumizing hair type of situations as you see in most of my videos. My hair is normally down, but it's just natural, like how it looks normally in the videos where it's kind of curly but down. That's just how it naturally looks. Now if I wanted to add a little more body because maybe I'm going to a birthday party or something, or somebody's wedding, maybe I would use that. It works really well with the hair dryer. Like, if you use that and kind of like move it around through your hair and then use the hair dryer, it like kind of poofs it up even more. So it is a really good product. It works really well without using the hair dryer too. Like, if you just use your hands to blend it in, and it doesn't seem to like weigh my hair down. Like, that's a problem that I have with like hair products, is it'll like weigh my hair down a lot, but that one seems to work really well. The trusty Good Vibes mascara, I never tried. I think I'm gonna give it to a friend because I have a million other mascaras and just felt like I didn't really want to try that one out. And the Skin & Co. Truffle Therapy Radiant Dew Mist. I have oily skin, so that's not something I'm interested in, so I'm probably going to give it to a friend. So that was the June 2019 Boxyluxe. So now Boxycharm for July. I got the Elemis Superfood Vital Veggie Mask. I love this. I've used it twice so far. It's 35 bucks. I know that sounds like a lot, but for an Elemis product, that's actually not too bad. Their products are really expensive, so for for them, that's actually a pretty good price. But for a mask, that is kind of expensive. But I've only used it twice, but it's kind of a wash off mask. It's not like a peel off or anything, but my skin's felt like really good after using it. The Butter London Natural Goddess eyeshadow palette. I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, and I felt like that one was too natural for me. Like, there's a couple colors in there that seem kind of cool, but a lot of them are like kind of your normal neutral kind of situations. I've never tried Butter London, but I've heard good things about it, so I might give it to a friend or family member that wants to build their collection. Something that I'm going to be trying out today is the Alanis-YIOCGHMM 3-piece brush set. So I'm going to be using these today along with the detail face brushes from Luxie. I love Luxie brushes. I'm so happy that Boxycharm and Ipsy introduced me to Luxie brushes because they're the best, and they're my favorite brushes that I've ever used. I mean, I have other more affordable brushes that I like to use, but for more expensive per se brushes that I really like is Luxie brushes. If you can't afford Luxie brushes, I would say go for Morphe or e.l.f. So the Alanis Cosmetics Mother of Pearls Gloss, I have not tried yet, and I'm not going to try in this video. I'm thinking about maybe giving it to a friend or family member, not really sure yet. And then the Appeal Gel Liner, I haven't really had a good past trying their liners. I'm pretty sure I've tried an eyeliner from them before and I didn't end up liking it, so I didn't want to try another one from them because I already know how I feel. Even though that one was a pencil and this one's a gel, I assumed it'd probably be about the same, so I was like, eh, and I don't really use eyeliners that much anyway, so I figured, again, probably give it to a friend or family member. Now finally, what you've all been waiting for, August. So that theme for July, was au naturel. The theme for August is totally. Not really sure what that means, but it's a lot of pink and a lot of stuff like that going on, so kind of exciting. So this is August 2019. This is this month's box. Hopefully I'm putting this out at some point in August. So the first thing that we got was the Becca Hydra Mist and Refresh Powder for $39. This is really exciting. I'm really excited to try this because it's like 50% water somehow, but it's powder. I don't really understand. It's supposed to be like cooling. I like that because I have sensitive skin and I have rosacea, so I'm really excited to try that powder out because it's supposed to be like kind of refreshing. It's supposed to be like a powder and setting spray in one per se, but I don't really know. I've heard good things about it because in the past I've heard beauty influencers like use it and talk about it because it's been out for a while, but we're just now getting it in a Boxycharm, so it's kind of exciting to try it out. Thankfully they gave me the right shade. They gave me the lighter shade because there was 2 different shades that they were going to give us, and one was a darker shade, one was a lighter shade, and last time they ended up giving me the wrong one for my skin type, so thankfully they gave me the right one this time. Next is the Wander Beauty Glow Ahead Illuminating Oil. So it kind of says that it's supposed to be like a primer per se, but it doesn't really say. Like, it's almost like it's a moisturizer, but it's also kind of a primer too. It doesn't really explain, it explains it, but it's like kind of explains it almost as if it's a moisturizer versus a primer, but it kind of says it's a primer. I don't really know, but it's supposed to be like glowy and dewy and stuff like that, so we'll just see how that looks. I have oily skin, so we'll just see what happens. Honestly, since I've been pregnant, my face has been a little drier than normal, so maybe this will be good for me. I may use this as like a lotion for myself whenever I don't want to use makeup, which haven't really been up to feeling to using makeup for the most part. I've just been kind of being lazy per se, but it's just because you get really tired and things like that when you're pregnant if you've never been pregnant before, so that's just something that tends to happen. After I get off work, I don't feel like doing anything, and then on my days off I just kind of do everything that I wasn't able to do while I worked, so sometimes I don't have time for makeup, but yeah, so anyway, rant over. Next is the Tarte Big Ego mascara. This is supposed to last for 16 hours, which I think is crazy. I don't know if it even lasts that long. I've never tried it, but I believe that it is supposed to be lengthening. I thought I saw on their website. It doesn't say on here or on the box. Surprisingly, it's black. But I believe it said it was supposed to be like lengthening and curling, I believe. So next we have two single shadows that kind of remind me of ColourPop Super Shock shadows, even the pattern in there, so that's kind of interesting. These are the Ace Beauty Glimmer Shadow Duos, because there's two of them. They're supposed to be really creamy, soft shadows that are pigmented, and they provide one swipe without fallout, creasing, or fading. We'll have to see about that. It's $25. I'm assuming that it would be half the price for each one, unless they come as a duo together. I'm not really sure how they sell it on their website, just thought I'd let you know. The Tarte mascara was $23, and the Wonder Beauty Illuminating Oil is $42, just thought I'd let you know. And last but not least is the Steve Laurent lip liner. It's supposed to last up to 7 hours and be waterproof and no transfer or bleeding, apparently. And I believe I got the shade Chic, which is like a brownish shade. So I got a lipstick that's gonna go with it. If you were curious, it's the shade Leo from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. They make the best liquid lipsticks. So yeah, I'm gonna be using these products, and a couple are from other boxes that I explained to you, but most of them are mainly from August's box. Hopefully I get this video up in August. If I don't, sorry. But I'm playing catch up, as you can see from the video. So I just completely wiped the liner off with just going like this. It said it was supposed to last up to 7 hours. Unless I didn't let it dry long enough, I don't know why it came off. So just saying, first impressions of that. Alright, so let's start with the illuminating face oil. Ooh, it's like pink and shimmery. I don't know if you guys can tell that. So it feels really moisturizing on the skin, like a moisturizer, which it kind of says that that's what it's gonna do. And for being a face oil, it actually seems to dry pretty quickly. I mean, on my cheeks it seems really dry. Everywhere else it kind of seems like it needs to soak in a little bit longer. But let's actually look at the face and see what we think. Jeffree Star shirt with my Jeffree Star mirror. Yeah. Sorry guys if this seems really dark. I don't really know what's going on with my camera, but when I'm looking at myself from where I can see me, it kind of looks like it's a little dark. It's kind of getting dark outside, so I don't know if that's what's affecting it. But anyway, I really like this product so far. It seems really nice. As much shimmer looked like it was in there. There's actually no like shimmer flecks on my face like at all. It just kind of made me look like, as you can see while I'm in the light, it just gave my skin like a really dewy, glowy kind of look. I think it actually looks really nice. I mean, for me, I'm not like the biggest fan of like dewy, glowy kind of situations because I do have oily skin, but if I just wanted to use this as like a moisturizer, I definitely think it would 100% work for that. As a primer though, I don't really know how I feel about it because like I said, it is like kind of dewy and things like that, but I'm going to use a matte foundation. One of my favorite foundations is the ColourPop No Filter foundation. I'm the shade Fair 30, but this is a foundation that I really like because it is matte. Sorry if you can hear my husband's friends, they're here today. Sorry if you can hear them talking or laughing. I don't know how much shows up in the video, but just thought I'd say something just in case. I'll try to cut out as much of it as I can. We'll just see how it works. I don't really like foundation brushes like the one that's going to be in this kit. It's this big flat one right here. Don't normally use these kind of things for foundation. I normally use them to like set the under eye and things like that. So, or put on a face mask. So I may use it with the veggie face mask in the future or something like that. So this one's just gonna kind of go in my Lexi brush collection. Probably not gonna use her right this moment, or I may give it to a friend if they do like this kind of brush to apply foundation or whatever they would use it for. So that brush is just gonna get set aside, but I just wanted to mention that I did say I got a foundation brush and why I wasn't using it. But a really good foundation brush, if we want to stay with the Luxie theme, it's the Luxe 732 Airbrush Foundation Brush. But a more affordable option, since I'm using kind of more expensive brushes, is the Jeffree Star X Morphe JS1. This is a really good foundation brush. So that's what I'm going to use today. Just going to squeeze the foundation onto the brush and apply it to the face. So normally this foundation makes me look like really matte, but as you can see, I do still look really dewy, and I'm assuming obviously it's because of the illuminating oil. So I feel like people with drier skin or normal skin would actually really like to use that under a more matte foundation to keep you dewy and moisturized. So that's a good tip for those kind of people. But for me, I don't know how it's gonna work. This foundation lasts really long on me normally with normal primers. I used this on our wedding day, and it was like I had it on for like more than 16 hours, which is like one of my holy grail primers, the blurring primer from Cover FX. So could have been the primer that was keeping it on, could have been the foundation, don't really know. So I'm going to do concealer and brows off camera real quick. I'm going to be using the Jeffree Star Concealer in C1 and the Benefit Gimme Brow Gel in the shade 3, and I'll be right back. So to blend out the concealer, I'm going to use the Luxe 120 Detail Round Blender Brush from the pack that I got. I like this brow gel because I like my brows to look like natural, like they're just like the regular hairs that they are, just darker. I don't like to like draw them in or anything, so this is a really good product for that. And that brush I used was amazing for blending out the concealer. A more affordable option, if you were curious, is the Morphe M173. So yeah. There's just so many tips and tricks in this video. I just haven't done a video in so long, I just can't stop talking. So next, the exciting part, the setting powder. So this is what she looks like. I showed you guys earlier. That's what it looks like on the inside, and it says keep me closed to keep me cool. I haven't opened this yet, I haven't used it yet. So there's still the protective cover over it. Like somewhat of a like a netting kind of sifter. I don't know if you guys can tell that, but that's pretty cool. I've never seen that before. So I'm just going to take the Luxe 140 Detailed Taper brush that I got from the set. Just kind of tap into this and set my concealer. What in the heck? That is so weird. You know, remember how I said that it was like 50% water? I'm not joking you when I say when I'm putting this on my skin, it feels wet. Like it literally feels like you're putting water on your skin. But when you touch it, it's dry because it's powder. That's literally the weirdest feeling ever. I don't even know how to explain it besides just saying that. That is crazy. I really like this brush because it really gets up in there and right under your eye. Now I'm going to take, I almost want to take a sponge just so I can feel the coolness, because I feel like if I use a brush, I won't get that effect. But I kind of want to do both, to be honest. So, just to be crazy, I'm going to use my Moda brush. This big fluffy brush. Just kind of tap into this powder. It's kind of getting everywhere. And oh my gosh, what the heck? That just feels wrong. You can even feel the coolness whenever you're using a brush. It literally feels like I'm putting water on my face. I don't understand this, and I'm gonna keep saying that until I'm done. But it's literally confusing my brain, like, no, you shouldn't be doing that. You just put makeup on, now you're getting water all over your face. Like, that's literally how cold and cooling this is. So I still kind of look dewy from the illuminating oil, but I feel like this definitely matted me out. I'm literally freaking out because of the texture. It's so weird, I don't understand it. can't wait to use that again because that has definitely felt like refreshing and like cooling on the face, so that was really exciting. Kind of something different that you wouldn't expect to feel with powder, so liking it so far. Nothing crazy, just seems to set the face. Now this technically says that it has like a 16-hour wear time, so apparently it keeps your makeup on for 16 hours, which I think is crazy. So we'll have to find out if it actually does that, but I'll have to try it out more than once to let you guys know if that's possible. So next is the Tarteist Glow Palette Volume 3. So this is the outer packaging. And this is what the actual component looks like. This was from, I explained what everything was from, that a lot of these products are from the August box, some of them are from other ones. So this is what it looks like on the inside. It's got a little paper thing, but it's got a couple mirrors, and then it's got the 2 bronzers down here, the 2 highlighters right here, and the 2 blushes up there. So it's a really pretty palette. I feel like the highlighters are going to be too dark for me. The bronzer almost seems a little dark, but these blushes I feel like are going to be perfect, which I already love Tarte blushes, so I'm really excited to try this stuff out because I don't know that I've tried a bronzer or I've tried a highlighter. I've tried highlighter from Tarte, but I've never tried a bronzer, so kind of excited about that. Sorry, I was like trying to set that down and talk to you at the same time. So this Luxie 130 Detail Angled Brush says it's good for contouring. I don't normally contour, but that's what it says it's for. So I'm going to take the matte shade, kind of dip into it, and just kind of see what it does. Definitely think it bronzed me up more versus the side that's not. So I'm gonna do the other side now. Definitely think I did more on that side than that side, but I can't really tell. At night my lighting's not as good as it is during the day, so sorry if I look a little wonky. But yeah, it seems pretty good so far. It seems to blend pretty well, as I can actually see like in person. I don't know what it looks like on camera. And that brush seemed to do its job too, so now let's see what these highlighters look like. Let's swatch them. Wow, blinding. Very pretty. I feel like this one might be too dark for my skin, and this one will probably actually work, but I'm just going to try both of them out and see what happens. I'm not really sure what these other 2 brushes are for. They kind of said like you could use them for like concealer or like to get foundation in spots that are kind of hard, like in between the nose right here and things like that. That's kind of what both of these were explained as. They're the 110 Detail Flat Blender and 150 Flat Edged Blender. So I'm probably not going to use them in this video, but I may try them out in the future. But I did try out most of the pack and I think they performed really well. So let's just get to highlighter. So I'm going to use the darker one on this side. It honestly doesn't seem like it's giving me like a dark cast or anything, so I like that. Now I'm going to flip the brush over, go into the lighter one on this side. Ooh, I really like that one. That one's really like icy, kind of packed it on pretty hard, but both of them don't seem to be giving me like a dark cast, or the dark one doesn't seem to give me a dark cast, the white one doesn't seem to give me like a white cast or anything, or seem too light. So the highlighters are actually really pretty. I like those. What do you guys think? Which one's your favorite on me? Kind of did this one, I feel like a little more subtle is what I can see. I kind of packed that one on pretty good, but if you go on with powder with a brush, you can lighten it up, but I like how highlighted it is. I'm fine with it. That's what I was curious about. Both the blushes are matte. They almost look the same, but I'm just going to use one on each side just to be fun. Right one on the right side and the left one on the left side. I like Tarte blushes, like the single ones, the Amazonian clay ones, so I'm assuming if these perform anything like those, that I'll like them. Definitely buildable. Doesn't seem like too much pigment right away until you just keep building it up. I definitely feel like the one on the right side's a little more subtle than this one. Maybe that's just me, not really sure. Let me use the other one on this side. So next, eyeshadow. So what I have is the Ace Beauté Glimmer Shadows that I showed you guys earlier. I have the shade Iced Latte and Cotton Candy. So with these, I'm probably just going to put one on each eye because, like you guys know, I normally do like different looks on each eye, but I didn't want to make this video 4 million years long because I'm explaining stuff and catching up with older stuff, so I don't want to make this video too long. But I feel like with your finger these shadows would work really well. But you guys know that I did get a couple of eyeshadow brushes in that set, so I'm going to try to use these. I don't know how well these eyeshadows are going to perform with a fluffy brush, so I'm going to try Ice Latte and see if that picks up. I'm not going to use any eyeshadow primer or anything. Normally I'd use MAC Paint Pot or concealer. So let's see if these shadows work just in the crease, which normally you don't put shimmer shades in the crease because they normally don't work, but you can if you want. So I'm going to try that first, and then I'm going to go in with more packer brush so that we can actually see what the shadow really looks like. So it just looks like a lot of shimmer everywhere. Can't even really tell what color it is, but I mean, if you just wanted a little bit of shimmer in the crease, but obviously it's not going to work for that. So let me see if I can try the other one in the crease and see if it does anything different. Of course, the glitter reflex are different. There's a little bit of pigment there, but I definitely feel like these shadows would work better just pushing them on with your fingers or using a flat brush like this, which we luckily got. So this Luxie large eye blending brush, I'm definitely going to have to try in a different video and like show you how it actually performs, because the Luxie brushes are really good. It's just shimmer shades don't normally go in your crease, but I just wanted to try because I've had some eyeshadow palettes where shimmers did work really well in the crease. But we'll just go in with this Luxie 426 Precision Crease. I'm assuming what they want you to do with this is either cut your crease or you can like really pack like pigmented shades into your crease, but what I'm going to use it for is just to pick up these eyeshadows and see if they work well with a brush applying them to the lid, or if they would work better with your finger. So it seems to be going on pretty well. I'm having to keep digging in, so I feel like these would probably work better with just using your finger, but you can use them with a brush if you didn't want to get a bunch of shimmer and glitter all over your fingers. So I mean, the pigment's there, as you saw from the swatch. They are really pigmented, but I feel like they probably would work better with just your finger. So that's what we're gonna do. So I've already kind of made like a dent in this, like the design's already going away because these are like really creamy, so just keep that in mind. Don't push too hard if you want to keep the design on there. Yeah, as you can see, it's so much more pigmented with your finger. Definitely living more up to my expectation. I guess I should have did my eyeshadow first because the fallout's going into my under eye, but yeah, that shade seems really nice. So now I'm going to take a different finger on the other side and use this orange one, orangey pink, Cotton Candy shade. Really pigmented, so I would suggest using these with your fingers. Obviously you don't have to do them all over your lid or exactly where I put them, but I definitely think that they would make a look pop if you wanted to add that like on the center, or if you wanted to add this to like the outer corner or the center or anywhere really. I think it'd work well paired with other eyeshadow palettes. Next is the Tarte Big Ego mascara. Definitely doesn't look like the picture, but I didn't curl my lashes or anything, and my eyelashes kind of stick like straight out, and I feel like it's working really well. I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell, on the side that I have it versus the side that I don't. I'll try to layer it up and see how it looks layered up. Didn't seem to clump up, and it actually made them look more fuller. So, and now for the last product, it's the Steve Laurent, I'm not really sure how to say that, lip liner. The only thing I don't like about lip liner is I feel like I always draw my lips way too big, like I don't mean to, but normally I don't use lip liner and I don't end up drawing my lips too big, but sometimes that happens. I think that happened today, but whatever. So this is the final look. So like I said, for the most part, my final thoughts are what I thought about the products when I was trying them out. So you guys should know kind of how I feel. A lot of this stuff I'll have to keep trying out. If you want me to do a video where I like update you on products I've been using, whether they be Boxycharm or just normal items, definitely let me know. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any video suggestions, please comment them down below and check the description box for more information about the video, for links of the video, and check the cards so you can check out videos that I've put out. My Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter @GlamGirlGray. See you next time.